downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out, Greg, by their quarterback, the rookie out of Nebraska.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. A shotgun snap, and he'll look to throw. Has completed to Douglas. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Miami.
On the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 40.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
To the 49-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. First and 10.
A 7-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down.
A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
There's a short throw caught by Njoku. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third.
They'll let the fullback try to push the clock. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on third and 2. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he will score! Devon Achane. Touchdown Miami. That is first touchdown this year.
When things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
The PAT, up and good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Patriots first down. A gain of 13 yards.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
First down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, New England.
Yards. First down, Patriots.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
Second and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Pats are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over now for the second time. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing the football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one. On the ground to start the drive, it's Ccsl. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a second and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. Now, faking the give. He's got Douglas going deep. And the Patriots will take over at their own 15.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game.
Back to the end zone. He's got it. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Patriots are on top. It's now 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
They're going to run. That's the man from OK State, Ollie Gordon. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, it's Ccsl. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
Down at the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That one out wide to Ccsl. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here.
And he's going to have a Dolphins 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on that 4th and inches. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
4th down, and Jonathan Gannon will send in the field goal unit. This a 57-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense. Takes the field. Capitalize off of that turnover.
Here's a give to Ccsl. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
It'll give up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Ccsl. What a move! He's in! Come on, Ccsl! Touchdown, Dolphins! He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This is hot down that right sideline. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Ccsl in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Of 22 yards. And the Patriot 1st down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
New England. On the tackle. Brought down back at the 27.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Patriots first down. 1st and goal, New England.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Try to get here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He pulls it in around the 5. 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, New England. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 17.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Atwell. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the carry, it's Ccsl. He gets 3 to the 20. And he's got another one. Javon Ccsl. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy.
Complete to Xavier
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, New England. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Ties the game, 24-24.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's 18. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 31, here comes a second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Ccsl, and he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Atwell sent in motion here. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Thomas. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
And leads to third down.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They'll spot Henry open downfield. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This caught right side by Worthy. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the air one more time. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
For the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a tie ball game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Here comes Worthy to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, New England.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The extra point, up and good. And the Pats will go up by 7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
This one straight ahead with Ccsl. A nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they're going to hold up here in pass protection.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
The Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike,
and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That one taken in by Douglas. It is a pickup of 18. And by a yard, they get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
They try the zone read on 1st and 10. They'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
A run, and it's Ccsl. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's complete on the tight end screen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Patriots.
They'll turn and hand this one off. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
A 7-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 22.
On the ground, here is Ccsl. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
He'll try and run it here. It's Ccsl. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll throw out of the gun. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he's in. The Mario Douglas. Touchdown, Miami.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Dolphins will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
When you get a big return like that, the offense takes the field with a lot more energy. They can see the end zone. They know they've got a short field. It brings a boost to the entire sideline when the special teams can have an impact play like we just saw there.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
Now a handoff, running right. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots will go up by 7.
Dolphins 31.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Once again, it's Achane. He'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Has completed to Douglas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll let this go. Deep shot from Atwell. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive. Let's go. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is incomplete.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he'll have a Dolphins first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Douglas in motion.
At the 42-yard line.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Here it is on 4th down. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
There you see Mike Vrabel, his Patriots set for their next drive. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
The 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Handoff here, up the middle. He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And the Patriots first down.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The score, Patriots 48, Dolphins 31.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to go down under fire all game long.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Room to run past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
For a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Right, just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or kick the field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now give on the ground. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
The 15-yard line.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Patriots. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game.
Extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Douglas in motion. Shotgun snap. He'll look, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Just simply more of the same. And you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with second and long, third and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, too fast.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. gets another sack.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now this time they'll look to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third and inches.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll stick with him again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or
representing the legendary Al Davis, and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
This just feels like a season so far off the rails, they can't even see the tracks anymore, Kate. Now the outlook is really 1 week at a time, trying to find that first win. Just got to get gritty and tough. And he's got to be the one that sparks it for him.
Incomplete from
second and 10, still at the 28.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw. Pass him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Working now from the gun. Pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
So first set of downs now from the 39. He'll work against the blitz. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard
play action on first down. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 34-yard.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down. QB sneak coming. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. They'll run for this, and that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
And a Raider first down.
Here's the handoff. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line.
17 yards.
A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ruled out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And will bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Play not developing as they'd hoped. So that's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
A 25-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that will get them on the board.
Makes the score.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Allen looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 7. First down.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
And Allen will hold on to this. Oh, he lost the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Now a design run. It's Allen. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Looking from the gun. It's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll go. Allen. He runs in beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bill.
In the red zone on 1st. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That's being sniffed out quickly. Shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense.
And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Raiders take over.
So Coach Pete Carroll ushers his Raider offense back to the field.
26-yard line.
They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard
He'll throw off the play fake. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Man in motion here.
And 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw here. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to
Third and
go.
long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
And the Las
All set to
Vegas
go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Back at the 38-yard
I know from the
line.
position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Here's a throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
And 8.
And they'll throw 3rd and long. Has it at the 7. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders with a slim 2-point lead early. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
Raiders 10, Bills 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Spins right by him. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. It is caught left side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a first down.
And the Bills first down.
Now Allen off the play action. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. 1 quarter away so far. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. To throw again, it's Allen. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's on target to Moore. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
DJ Moore. It's a pickup of 46 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and goal.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Brought in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
14. Raiders 10.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do?
Up to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders take the lead on the first play of the drive.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
17. Bills 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Draw play. This is McCaffrey. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is a design run for Allen. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
And Allen's going to run again. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. He loses the football. And the Raiders get to it. No return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for second down.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. There's another tackle, but the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Bills. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
21. Raiders 17.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raiders, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
He's got it on the bootleg. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
Intended for number 34, incomplete.
To the air on third and long. Connecting on a slant. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Bills are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Completed over the middle. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He gets it forward a little to his 46. Make it to stop that time. Taron Johnson.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen.
46-yard line.
That's more on the quick slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense is set. First and 10.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Allen on the play action. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
Wayne Walker on the coverage.
Allen gonna throw again. That's gonna be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And a stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
On the sneak, it's Allen. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Bills.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9. At the
It's
Raiders,
Allen out of the
30-yard
pistol.
line.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well, this guy's been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in, and that O-line's head, they are spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's sent out after getting them away from their own goal line. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. He completes it in traffic. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
Brings up second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
They are throwing it again. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll run. He keeps away from one. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line.
First down.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
32-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, Look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Short pass, Brian. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out.
It's 4th down.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Gay on for the field goal.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Gay's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
It's
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw now, Allen. He's got more once again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down throw for Allen. Finds him on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Allen. Short pass caught by his tight end. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. And down he goes. Raiders got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down.
Back to throw it. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now at Lincoln Financial Field.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
The shotgun, it's Allen. Looking slant route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
On third and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
They're going play action. They'll get this to Tucker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a
motion to receiver left.
First down.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No
Rolling now off the play action. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Giving an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run with crossing that first down marker.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on first. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the well again. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Nice little gain on the ground.
It's complete. This is Bowers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
It's a gain of
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down.
1st and 10.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They've got a man in motion.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Another carry for him. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd and long for him here. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Gaines' kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year, and I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The Raiders' kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Fits it through the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. 1st and 10, here's Allen. That's brought in downfield by Otten. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out.
21 yards. That's another Bills.
It's Allen out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Raiders.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It's caught by his tight end. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
15-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Manages a gain of 3 there.
A gain of 3 yards.
And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
Good for a Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Pressure coming, it's Allen.
At the 4-yard line.
And he's got it. Has a way out for it, but touchdown. The Bills take a 3rd quarter lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Extra point up and good for Bass. And the Bills jump in front now by 5.
Raiders 23.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Out of the shotgun, they'll get it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down, play action. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. We drop this down to McCaffrey underneath.
Allen's pass.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Allen on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty.
35.
That one
Raiders
right down the
23.
middle. And the Bills push the lead up to 12. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
1st and 10.
The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Defender runs wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Brock Bowers.
Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So 2nd down coming up.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
That's good.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Gain of 15 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They give it to him again. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
At the 49-yard
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's hit and dropped, so that's going to bring an end to our 3rd quarter with him picking himself up after that sack. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Allen. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Allen. Hits him on the end route. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end.
And the Bills
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Second and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Play action now, Allen.
At the 42.
Moore once again. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
12 yards.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Allen on the play action. It is caught left side. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's third down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That's another Bills.
A new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. Connecting on the slant. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
That's another Bills. First
Bringing
down.
the offense up to the line.
It's a
1st
gain
and
of
10.
First down, Bills.
To throw again, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
To number 83.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Stopped after a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 3-yard
Here he is on 3rd and short. Brought in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Josh Allen, the touchdown. They broke out the design, run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pass play now. Fires right away, but incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Pass play coming here. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 10. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Gay with the point after. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
42. Raiders 30.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Second down, Allen throwing again. Complete out to the right. And this one does not go far.
83. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Allen on 3rd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for his tight end. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
He's got this at the 27. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looked like a Bill got it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Completed over the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
From the red zone now. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Brings up 2nd and
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line, still a couple yards short of that end zone. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here's McCaffrey again. And this time he makes it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
And he's brought down after a short game.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing on seconds. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Second down pass play coming. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And goes to the hurry up here.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. Finds his back complete. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
A gain of 6
We're down to the
yards.
2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Bills set to take over offensively. And Brock, they're in a spot where they can just kneel this thing out, even though the one timeout does remain defensively. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And the tackle is made just beyond midfield at the 48. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef feels good. Kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good of stacking these kind of wins in a row.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Atlanta Falcons people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Keeping it with Mixon. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He gained 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Mixon on the toss. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
He'll work against the blitz. Shoves him off. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Complete to A.J. Brown. It's a gain of 6.
Air it out on 3rd. He's got Sutton complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the ground again with Mixon. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
At the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Out
of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
Yards on the play. That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mixon will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
He was taken
Setting
down
up,
behind
second
the
and
line
goal.
of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Falcons' 4-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. Running it after the penalty. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
This time it's a passing play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
48-yard line.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Falcons first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another carry for Robinson. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. We'll go with a design keeper. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on an opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. throwing it. Finds him over the middle. It's a small gain up to the 38. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Number 14, Cortland Sutton. It's a gain of 5.
Shotgun now on third down. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Coach Raheem Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
Got a man, it's Drake London. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Falcons, first down. A 39-yard gain on the play. First down, Atlanta.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Short side option here. He's running left. The stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line.
And the Falcons.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
A gain of 12.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hand. The kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. A give left side. Here's Mixon. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Broncos, first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
First down, play action. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Takes the second down snap. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Give him 8 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Robinson on the inside give. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. He gets 16 yards on that play.
16 yards.
And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Falcons.
He's dropping back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And after making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38.
Falcons first down. It's a gain of 10. First down.
A toss snap to Robinson. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Throw here, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one. Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Gets him holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
9 yards.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And a kick by Folk is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Marvin Mims now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Broncos and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now begin with a run by Mixon. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Throwing now out of the shotgun. From left side, caught by Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. He sure was fighting, Brock, but in the end, just too many defenders. They take him down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
On the left side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
He's denied the goal line, but they're still going to have a chance here, Brock. That play did get him enough to make it 1st and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Mixon does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
The 3-yard line.
Again, they give to Mixon. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I got to say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cut out left. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. And he hits the extra point. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it. So the lead falls to a single point.
13.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. They'll go play action on 1st down. This is Sutton working their... Oh, he loses the football. The Falcons bring it in. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. It's mixed in on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So that brings up 4th down. Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. They look underneath here. Robinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now looking to throw. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Third and long. They're going to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Jake Bailey in punt formation.
So just a one-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports halftime reports with our buddy Scott Hansen.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Glendale, the Cardinals at home to take on the LA Chargers. And it's the Charger quarterback,
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the... Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Going right side, Robinson with it. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup.
He keeps it himself. And this defense is going to win this ramp. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a third down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Line up the design keeper. 7 yards on their own. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
Well, that draw gets them as many yards as a lot of passes would right there. And until this defense proves they can stop these draw plays, you can expect to see them worked into the game plan throughout.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. Makes the tackle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
This time it's a passing play. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So now here's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Falcons get to it.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Coach Raheem Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at the line. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds a man right side. And they get this down to the 28. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Robinson running the zone read. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Connecting on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, give to Robinson. And they catch it behind the line on the outside. Some great range there by the defense to force 4th down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And the kick by Folk is good. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. Connects on the crosser. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Going right side, Nixon with it. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker, and now a chance at a stand here with 3rd and 1. I think they might have taken that 1st down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Just 1 yard on the play, a couple of real nice stops, forced 4th and 1.
it's 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punt team on the field. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. The Falcons ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Going now on 1st down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He's got it on the bootleg. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to around the 23-yard line on the play. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Broncos and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense to the line, second down. Back now, pressure coming. Trying to set up a screen for Mixon. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Mixon's going to get this off his own read. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29.
Looking in the air here. Low finding his back. Mixon. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
And the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
On the ground again with Mixon. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Keeping it with Mixon. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Looking for somewhere. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So we're through 3 here. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Escapes a defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. Oh, the football's loose. And the Broncos corral it. And they're going to take over midfield thanks to that fumble.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Mixon on the counter. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Falcons have some new life in the 4th.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. One picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A toss now to Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. At the 20. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Falcons.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Denver set to take the field on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Mixon gets it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, run to Mixon. This time they got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd.
Send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 3rd and short, Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 4 yards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A handoff for Mixon, running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Hits him on the end route. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw it. Cut out left. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They send a man in motion.
at the 30-yard line.
It's Mixon on second down. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Gain of 5. Brings up third.
Here he is to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. You've got to keep moving quick here.
A loss of 7. It's fourth down.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here's a design run. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 48-yard line. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Seahawks.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
4 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Giants nothing.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Sheds off the tackle. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect that offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Over the middle, complete. That's Horton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A little juke. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's going to try and do this himself. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Second and 1.
Brings up second and
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Try to run inside, but nothing there. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, well, usually you pick 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on second and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Horton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Seahawks.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
The Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2nd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A strong running.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
52-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll keep leaning on the line game back to the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with a full down. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 31, a gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now back to throw. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Malik Neighbors. It's a gain of 7. Makes it.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now for the first and goal.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Giants 14. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
He's going to try and take off with it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing.
And got his man complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Seahawks.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 34-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. They had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hanson at our halftime report.
Our spin
Scott.
around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on the L.A. Chargers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?